Hello, Lucy, can you hear me?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sadiq. Thank you for joining us on short notice. We apologize for the inconveniences, and to our participants, we also apologize that the presenter that is supposed to present at this specific time is not online yet, and we'll commence with the next session, which is the session number 9 in general for the online session, and session number 3 for today's uh session, which is day 2 for the virtual African languages conference. So today, Sadiq Shahadu, who is a certified Wikipedia trainer, a journalist, and a brand ambassador for the Creationist Foundation, will be discussing how to increase language diversity on Wikimedia projects. And the language for the session will be done in English, and it will be done within the space of 50 minutes. And during this session, he will outline a comprehensive strategy to empower and also foster collaboration with new language communities and also ensure their success in Wikimedia projects. So let's welcome the next presenter, Sadiq Shahadu. Over to you, Sadiq. Thank you very much.
Can
So in
someone
case,
confirm if they can hear me?
yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Sadiq. Yes, and we can also see your slide. Yes.
I'm so sorry and apologies for the uh, distraction. My name is Sadek Shahadu. I'm joining from Tamale, Ghana, and I'll be speaking on behalf of the Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub. Thank you so much for the opportunity to present our work, and I'm very excited to be part of this conference. So I'll be giving you a general update of what is happening within the Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub's initiatives and how you can also be involved. So the Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub is a language and a thematic hub that works to support indigenous language media communities by providing both human and technical support to individuals and communities that are currently working on language-specific projects. We are a thematic hub. We have different hubs that are currently being supported by the Wikimedia Foundation. We have regional hubs and thematic hubs. So the thematic hub works to support all communities that are identified as language communities. So we specifically support indigenous and marginalized language and underrepresented and under-resourced language communities across the movement. So this was an extension from the Wikimedia Diversity Initiative, which was founded as a result of the Wikimedia 2030 Movement Strategy Recommendation. And we are currently a team of 3 members, but we do have like observers and steering committee that works to foresee the activities of the user groups that are part of the thematic hub. So not just being a hub, we have a combination of experienced editors from diverse backgrounds. We have translators. We have Wikimedia Foundation staff members, and also representatives from several affiliates. I'll be sharing more about these affiliates that are currently supporting us. Our core objective is to be an onboarding spot for new language versions of Wikimedia projects. We bring more languages into the Wikimedia movement we create the awareness about the challenges that are experienced by emerging language communities that we are all aware of. I also do understand that there are participants in this session who are not may not be Wikimedians, so I'll be sharing more about some of these key terminologies that I'll be using here. And we provide like support and develop existing language communities. We also want to be the central point for collaboration for language initiatives. So whether you are a Wikimedia community, as long as you are working on language initiatives in Africa, we'll be more than happy to support, not just Africa, but because this conference is centered on African communities, I'll specifically be relating it to Africa. And we do have our stakeholders. As I mentioned, we have the team at Wikimedia Foundation, that is Wikimedia Language Engineering team, and then the Culture and Heritage team representing. And then we do also have volunteers who have experience in diverse ways that are useful to the activities of the Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub. So we have several other affiliates who have focused on language inclusion. So we have Wikitongues, Wikimedia Indonesia, and Wikimedia UK. Before this affiliate, we used to have Wikimedia Norway supporting all the activities that we do. But now we are currently at the stage where we need to include more affiliates, on board new affiliates, not only chapters, but user groups or other affiliates that are recognized by the Wikimedia Foundation. So if you are a Wikimedian and work with an affiliate that is specifically supporting indigenous and African languages, we will be more than happy to support you or bring you on board. Beyond that, we also have a team of experts that we consult with other Wikimedia communities. So if you are an expert in any of these areas that are that we are currently working on, you can also be part of the Language Diversity Hub as like a consultant. So our activities are centered around documentation. We organize community courses that trains people on how to improve their work or provide technical support to community leads to be able to effectively contribute or support their communities. We organize consultation calls with our team of experts to different affiliate leads so that they gain knowledge and insight on how they can uplift their language initiatives. And then we provide technical and human support. So we are currently working with organizations that are working to design like a keyboard for indigenous languages. In Norway, we also work with NLP or AI technology companies that are currently utilizing Wikipedia content to develop AI applications like natural language processing, automatic speech recognition using Wikimedia tools. One of the successful projects we've implemented in this regard is the Daban Wikimedia community working with Ghana NLP to produce like audio data and text data to train AI machines to understand Daban for text translation and automatic speech recognition. Okay, so in terms of documentation, we help new communities to better navigate the Wikimedia movement. So if you are just joining the Wikimedia movement and you need like directions to where you can get funded resources, or you have just started your incubator project, Wikimedia Incubator is the test wiki. So for each project on Wikimedia projects like Wikipedia, Wiktionary, and all of those, you need to start from the incubator, which is like a test ground for volunteers to contribute or start language projects or any Wikimedia project. So for Wikipedia specifically, we support the incubator fast track. There's currently like a long process of getting the approval if you are starting up with a language project. So you don't automatically start and get it approved. It has to go through a series of like tests, review. You need to design the interface. You need to do translations for the user interface. You need to also like do translation on another platform we call Translate Wiki. And beyond that, you need to create standard encyclopedic articles as a requirement to be, approved as a language Wikipedia. So the incubator helps people to, set all this or meet all these requirements, and also, create quality content that meets the standard of Wikipedia before they are approved. So we help them do some Wikipedia incubator project takes as much as 5-6 years. Others take even beyond that, depending on the community, how active the community is. We've also supported other communities that, get approved within 2 years and 1 year. So ours is to teach you the basic requirements, give you all the technical knowledge that you need from the language committee or the Wikimedia engineering team. You get the policies that govern the platform, get the understanding of what is considered Wikipedia quality article and what is considered not Wikipedia fit in the incubator. So beyond all of this, we also help you. We point you to where you can make the request on Meta, and we help you also create like a fabricator, submit like a ticket, sort of to get the approval of the language. So we help you in this process to make sure that languages get the application approved much faster than before. And we also work with affiliate and organizations like Wikitongues to build like a toolkit that support community leads, so the understand of language revitalization toolkit, and also Rising Voices also develop like toolkit like that. So in future, we want to partner with as many organizations as possible to build different toolkits in relation to not just Wikipedia, but keyboard, documentation, language revitalization, and also like the general understanding of what it takes to have a fully fledged Wikipedia using resources that are outside Wikimedia projects. So we don't only focus on Wikipedia powered resources, but we look for external resources, like I mentioned, keyboard. If you are an organization that helps in developing keyboard, like mobile application keyboard or just physical keyboard, we'll be able to support or collaborate with you to support different communities. And the next thing is also technical support. We train people on Wikitext, how to edit meta, how to contribute in the Fabricator, where we submit like tickets to make a specific request. And we also teach you like source code, source editing. We also teach you how to create templates. Incubator projects relies on a lot of templates. So, and templates are not, very user friendly. So our technical team of volunteers, who we consider as experts in the movement, helps language communities to like understand these technical tools. Wikidata powered info boxes, for example, has been one of the great resources that smaller language communities are utilizing to create like info boxes, not like the traditional Wikipedia info box. So Wikidata powered info boxes could be data box or site templates and many other tools that helps people to contribute more to Wikipedia using like Wikidata. And then the language revitalization tool that I mentioned is also in relation to Wikitongues initiatives. We work closely with them. They are currently our fiscal sponsor, and they support a lot in terms of resources and also connecting us to their broader community. And okay, with community calls, we create a safe space where individuals can come to discuss about community growth. Members from emerging communities as well as existing communities can share their ideas together. We connect communities together to learn about each other's strengths and weaknesses, share their experiences. If you are a published Wikipedia, for example, you may have like specific skills that you need to transfer to other emerging communities who can also learn from your experience. So those are some of the things that we do during our community calls. And then we also celebrate the achievement of new communities. As I mentioned, ours is to not just incubate or onboard new language communities, but help them throughout the process. And part of our work in improving their work is to celebrate their achievement, share their experiences, and just connect them across different geographic and linguistic barriers, areas like that. And then we also work during our community calls. We call we allow individuals from other communities to, present the most recent activities that they do in their community. So if you are interested in sharing your projects for that particular month, you can reach out to us and then we assign you like 15 minutes or more to talk about your project. So this is a very wonderful space that is dedicated to supporting language content. That is why we are coming to this conference to talk about how we as a hub are supporting smaller language communities within the Wikimedia movement. And our community calls were scheduled for October, November, and January. So the next community call will be in March, that is around 15th of March, together with the Wikimedia language team. So I don't have so much to talk about, but if you are interested in learning more about how you can start your language Wikipedia project, many of you may be wondering, how do I also get my language on board? So for someone like me, I currently support like about 5 language projects. And before 2019, none of these languages existed anywhere. Even on the internet, they are very smaller languages. I think Dagbani, for example, has around less than 6 million speakers or 5 million. And Dagari, Kusal, Mori, most of these languages have less than 2 million speakers. But since we started this community, building communities and promoting the projects that we do using like social media and connecting with students in different institutions, we've been able to successfully onboard 5 languages. So when we talk about language versions of Wikipedia, we are talking about the over 300 plus languages that currently exist. That most of us are already aware, but the most popular one, of course, is the English Wikipedia. But now you can have so many language versions of Wikipedia. And Ghana and Nigeria, for example, have had a large number of languages that have been onboarded since 2017. So from 2019 to date, I say Ghana, for example, have had like 7 successfully published language Wikipedia: Dagbani, Mori, Kusal, Dagare, Ghanaian Pidgin, Fanti, P. So this is what we are interested in, like as a community, like helping people to bring their language online, helping communities to develop Wikipedia projects. As we know, Wikipedia, you don't have to pay for the domain. You don't have to, be bothered about hosting. All you need is build a community around the project and then continue to edit in the incubator until you are ready to go live. So this is basically what we do. And if you are an expert, as I mentioned, you can contact us. We also try to document some of the learnings. You can check all of these out on our YouTube channel, Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub. You see all the recordings that we have uploaded on the YouTube channel. And then we do research as part of the Wikimedia movement strategy recommendation. We conducted a research project. We implemented a research project focused on identifying barriers faced by smaller language Wikimedia communities. And some of these barriers we identified were technical barriers that most of us are already aware of in Africa, and then economic barriers, and also barriers that are related to our social life, like how people respond to voluntary works and how volunteers see Wikimedia projects and stuff like that. And these were some of the barriers that we identified. And the next step is to work closely with these committees to see how best we can address or support them to navigate these challenges. So the technical and human support, we provide community need assessment, identify interest and existing content in the target language. So we normally pick like a particular language, go closer to them to identify their needs and work closely with them to support them beyond the open call that we share within the Wikimedia movement. We welcome also new committees and Wikimedia projects. So we are kind of like a hub where everyone can be part of. As long as you work on language projects, you should be able to join us. Mentorship, we see that there are a lot of experienced committee members who have certain skills that can be transferred to other volunteers, especially new committees. So we try to connect them to experienced editors who also serve as committee leaders to mentor them so that they can transfer the knowledge back to their communities. So how can you be involved in this? As I mentioned, everyone is highly welcome to be part of the Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub, as long as you work to support indigenous or low resource language projects within the movement. You can sign up also on our meta page to get all the updates from the hub. We also have a mailing list that you can join, and you can join our community course as well. So this is where I end my presentation. In Dagbani, I would say Mpaya Pam, which means thank you so much. And if you have any question beyond this session, you can reach out to me at sadiq@dagbaniwikimedia.org, or reach out to us directly, Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub @gmail.com. Thank you so much. I will leave this for questions.
Thank you very much, Adi, for sharing that information with us and what you people have been doing in the Language Diversity Hub. And I believe that for those of us that are interested to carry on with this or equally have their languages added on the Wikimedia Foundation Incubator or their likes, you can also reach out to Sadiq via his email, which he has shared, or you can also reach out to the Wikimedia Language Diversity Hub through their email. So if you have any question, you can go ahead and share your question on the chat box, or you can also raise your hand and you'll be asked to unmute. Thank you very much.
I think I see a hand up, Saifo Fako. Do you have any question? You can also feel free to send your questions in the chat.
Yes, you can go ahead to also share your question on the chat box. And Sifo Fako, yeah, you can also unmute and ask your question. You have been asked to unmute.
Just show my face and I've stopped sharing my screen.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sadiq, for showing us the face behind the voice. And yeah, and for those of us that doesn't know Sadiq, or for those of us this is our first time of seeing Sadiq, yeah, you can also maybe you can reach out to him via his social media handles, or whenever you come across a face similar to this, then you know that this is Sadiq. For those of us that have any question, please go ahead and share your question. I see Asane Gavin saying hello. Hello to you. Do you have any question? You can also unmute and ask your question, or you can share your question here on the chat box. Thank you very much. Well, in the absence of any more question, I believe that is well understood and yeah. Okay. Nightingale Wakigera, your hand is raised. Yeah, you can go ahead and unmute and ask your question if you have any question.
Hi. So yeah, thanks for this opportunity. And I have to admit, I came in a bit late when the presentation was already happening. But what caught my interest is the fact that there might be possibilities of supporting teams or groups that are working on amplifying the languages, and in my case is African languages, and right now more precisely Kenyan languages. So looking at translations, for example, of some of the literature that is written in, say, English to the native languages. Those are some of my interests. And so I'd be interested in knowing, okay, so yeah, you're suggesting that I can visit this, the hub, and I can see what all is being offered. But just wondering if you work in partnership or if it's joining the hub, and then as a member of the hub, that's how one can learn the kind of support they can get.
All right, thank you so much for your question.
Curious, it's global. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. So the hub is open to anyone. And as I mentioned, we are currently even like onboarding experts. So if you have some form of like expertise, like a translator, or you are a linguist, and you have something that you can share with smaller language communities, we'll be more than happy to like onboard you as an expert or consultant or an observer to the hub. Also, if you are just like a volunteer who is interested in learning more about how Wikimedia Projects works, or you want to connect your work to the Language Diversity Hub to get direct support in creating a project in Wikimedia, like Wikipedia Projects, for example, we will be more than happy to invite you. We also have a Telegram group that has all volunteers and experts from different skill sets that we share our activities, like projects, and just also like network. So I don't know which one that you want, but we are very much open to onboarding new experts, and also like we accept volunteers, especially those who are interested in, setting up their language project. So I don't know which language you speak in Kenya, but I know there are volunteers from the Wikimedia Kenya group who are part of the Language Diversity Hub and they join our community calls to learn more about translations and also creating articles in their language Wikipedia project. Or you have a language that is currently not on Wikipedia and you want to have it on Wikipedia. As long as it has like an ISO code, we'll be able to set up an incubator for you. We will be able to, help you from the incubation stage to the development, even after the approval of your language. So we are basically here to support as many languages as possible on Wikipedia. So depending on which direction you want to go, we are very much open to accepting you into our community. And you can just reach out to me if you want to join the hub or if you want to test or start your language Wikipedia project. We are very, very happy to help you. I hope this helps. Saifo Fako, I still see your hand. I don't know if you have a question. So I'll just put my email again. Sadiq.
Okay, thank you very much for sharing that. I hope we've all been cleared on how to go about getting our languages which are not yet recognized on the incubator. And if you still need more clarification, you can reach out to Sadiq via his email that he has shared, or you can also reach out to them via the email address of the Language Diversity Hub. So I wouldn't want to take up much of our time and that of Sadiq. Since he's done with his presentation, I'll be giving him back his time. Thank you once more for sharing your ideas and your information and all that you guys have been doing at the Language Diversity Hub. Thank you, and we do appreciate. Do enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you all for being part of this session. Thank you, Iwala. Thank you, Africa Language Conference, for giving us the opportunity to share our work. I appreciate it. And enjoy the rest of the conference. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Okay, so since the previous speaker, the speaker that was supposed to present before Sadiq is still not yet available, and I'll be giving back us all our time so that we can go enjoy the rest of our Sundays. For those of us that need to go out to socialize, I wouldn't want to take much of your time. I want to use this opportunity to thank each and every one of us for coming to join us in today's session and learning as well. So for tomorrow, which is day 3 for the virtual edition of the African Languages Conference, we have the topics and we have different sessions outlined, which include the new technologies in indigenous languages of Cameroon, which will be presented by, aside that, the next one we'll be having is the challenges of amateur linguistics in the era of LLMs, and which will be presented by Akintunde Ishola. And the next session will also have Making the Web More African, which will be presented by Grant, and it will be presented in English. And the next session we'll also have is the iconic implication of Wolof and polar AI innovation, which will be presented by Zhang. And the next session will be from Tim Brooks, which will focus on ensuring the digital inclusion of newly invented African writing systems and scripts. I believe that we all are ready to get and learn from these outline sessions that will be happening tomorrow. And as usual, our time begins at 10 a.m. UTC. Our 10 a.m. UTC, it may be your 9 a.m. or it may be your 11 a.m. or it may be your 12 noon or whichever one. Do mark your calendar and know that you have a date with us tomorrow from 10 a.m. UTC, and we'll be rolling out different sessions that will get you enriched in the language, in the African language digitization, preservation, and documentation aspect. And without further much ado, I will be wrapping up here and drawing the curtain. Thank you very much, and do enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye.